When someone is bitter, it's just fear of getting hurt by someone. So they don't trust that often. But when they open up to you, you'll see that they have the brightest hearts. This is exactly Subaru's situation. Subaru is the youngest of the Sakamaki brothers. He is shown to us as a little young tsundere that thinks that his strength is the key to everything. But, is that what he really is? All we know about him is that he is the child of incest and possibly he is a true albino with anger problems who can be a sweetheart at times. He seems to be completely destructive and short-tempered, especially when Karl Heinz is close to him. But do we know why he likes, hates and treasured everything? He hates his father, and that's because he was the one that killed his mother's sanity. For years, he's waited for his mother to be sane again. He wants her to be free from the tower so they can catch up on all the time he's waited. But that can't happen when Krista went insane after her cousin that she hates and loves raped her and had her birth his child. In one of the episodes of the first season, you'll see him looking at the tower before he discovers Yui nearby, and then the flashback. He was in that same exact spot, and once he saw his mother disappear back into the darkness of the tower. After the past, younger Subaru looked down to the ground and dropped a knife he held in his hand. Everyone wonders, why does he have a knife, right? Well, what I can conclude, after Krista gave him the test to kill her, it shocked him and that was burned into his memory. Every night, he looks at the blade and wonders should he actually please his mother by putting her out of her eternal misery. Sadly, no matter how he tries, he can't bring himself to kill his own mother, and that alone makes him think he's a monster. He feels that his mother was right by calling him filthy. How sick could his mind be to watch his mother suffer? We will never know. But that's not what is going on. But in the reality of his mind, that's exactly what he thinks is. Then the roses, what are they? They are sort of like a tribute, dedicated to his mother. It reminds him that behind those tall bars is a sick, soft, delicate and pale flower that's waiting for him to tend to it like he did the others. The garden is like a masterpiece he's created, so one day, he will learn how to gently reach for that sick rose in need and save it. We have finally reached his trademark. The reason why he had become labeled under the aggressive stereotype. In many episodes, we have seen that he had the strength to literally make a wall crumble just by a single punch, but he still had a heart, and out of all of the Sakamaki brothers, he's the one with the most conscience. Yet no one in the public sees what he had to offer. They're too afraid of his strength and temper. He might be going through a slight depression. Some possible signs is the sudden change of character, isolation, and he lets out all of his pain by punching things. But have we realized what he's actually doing? The little Sakamaki isn't being destructive by nature, nor as an attempt to intimidate his brothers and superiors. He's actually self-harming himself so no one else has to feel his pain. His emotional fear is destruction, betrayal of trust in the darkness of reality. But what our little tsundere doesn't realize is that he is destroying himself both physically and mentally while trying to hide from the true monster. His fear. Subaru, you've done well, you've done enough for everyone. Now it's time for you to protect yourself before your porcelain skin shatters and you disappear with the wind.